Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review, and as you can see, this is an Asvine pen, Asvine writing instrument, and this is the Asvine V169. So I think with that, this is a pen that comes out of China. So I think let's unbox the outer box here, and if I remove that, you'll see a plastic inner box and an instruction manual. Now you will see also on the plastic case there, it does say Asvine engraved into the case. If I open the lid, this is very similar to like a Moonman box, and I think the two companies are related. So you will get an Asvine manual, and I do like the font that they use. It's very nice cursive font. It gives you the instruction manual if you get various filling mechanisms in each different pen from Asvine. So some are going to be a cartridge converter, some will just be an ink cartridge, some will be a piston filling mechanism, and on the other side you have a dropper or eyedropper filling system, and then you have the vacuum filling system as well. So it's good that they actually put all of those instructions in the same manual, although I would prefer that they actually provide the correct instructions for that pen. Now what we'll do is we'll remove the pen here and take it out of its bag that it comes in, and then you'll see this pen here. Now this is the Asvine V169 pen. Now these are a cheaper sort of alternative to that of, say, a Visconti watermark. If you like the look of these transparent demonstrators with metal overlays, and a Visconti watermark at maybe £1,000 or even more is a little bit too high for you, then maybe check out one of these Asvines from China. They're sold on eBay, they're sold on Amazon, around about £45, euros, dollars, considerably cheaper than you would find from, say, a Visconti watermark. Now, in terms of the cap finial, you'll see it's a domed sort of finish there. There's nothing on that cap finial. You'll see that the clip is on there and it's connected here, and it is a spring-loaded clip, but these clips, they are functional, but they are quite stiff. Now, in terms of the curvature of the pen, you'll see that it's mostly a cylindrical pen, so it doesn't taper down really until you get to what would be the cap band here, where you see Asvine, and then it actually drops down onto the body and then continues down to what is the end cap here. Now, this is a power vac or vacuum filling pen. So if I unscrew the end cap here, you'll see hopefully that there is a rod in here, and when I pull this out, you'll see that that will move up and down the pen. So that is a vacuum filling pen. You don't have anything else on the end cap there though, so I think mine is maybe, it's just a little bit of grease. I thought it was marked then, but I don't think so. But these overlays, because this is a chrome overlay, I think it's chrome plated over steel is the technical term. You will find that they are fingerprint magnets, so you will need a like a microfiber cloth just to keep it polished. You don't want a silver polishing cloth, just a microfiber or a spectacle glass cleaning cloth will do. If I unscrew the cap, you'll see that it has an ink window and it has screw threads. It has a concave section here, and it has a number 6 size Asvine nib, and this is a medium nib with an ABS plastic feed there. Now, I said that this was a power vac filling mechanism, but I also noticed that you can unscrew the section from the body there, and there is an O-ring on the end of that section, and you can eyedropper that pen if you wish to. I'm not so sure that I would want to. I'm quite happy using a power vac filling mechanism, but I know some people may not be, and some people may just want to use it as an eyedropper. So you do have that luxury there as well. In the size of my hand, I find that this is actually quite a nice size. I do like that concave section because it stops my fingers and thumb slipping down onto the nib and feed. It's very comfortable as well to write with. I find it's actually a good size in my hand. Can you post, if I get it around the right way, can you post the cap? You can do. It posts securely, but it makes the pen very, very long that you can see there, and quite back weighted. So it's not something that I would do normally, but if you want to post your caps and you don't mind the back weighting or back weightedness of the pen, then you can do that as well. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that these nibs and feeds, they are Asvine nibs and feeds. Now, they're not screw-in, but they are friction fit, so you can pull the nib and feed out of the pen. Now, there is a bit of a key there, and that goes to the bottom of the feed, and then you just push it back in. So you could swap the nibs out. You could put say a Bock nib in there. Some of the Asvine pens, they do actually give you the option of choosing between an Asvine steel nib or a Bock steel nib. So I would keep the Asvine feed, but just put a Bock nib in there instead. But that's only if you wanted to. You could put a gold nib in there. You might need to take the Bock nibs out of a nib unit or nib housing unit, nib collar. But that is a nice way, so you could swap the nibs out if you wanted to. So they aren't screw-in thread nib units, just to bear that one in mind. Now, I think what we'll do a size check, we'll do a weight check, and we'll then do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So, the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 143 millimeters in length. The length of the cap is about 63 millimeters in length. And I'll try and stop this rolling away. And the length of the pen body to the tip of the nib, we're looking at 130 millimeters in length. So that is quite a nice size of pen. Now we'll do a weight check, bearing in mind that this is uninked. The full weight of the pen, we're looking at just under 53 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 21.5 grams in weight. And then I'll try and stop this rolling, but the weight of the body, we're looking at, again, just around 31.5 grams in weight. So this is quite a weighty pen. It's not a light pen compared to some other pens, but it's a pen that I am actually liking, and I've got a number of these Asvines, and I'm writing with them, so I am liking these models so far. I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have an Atelier Lusso Andromeda King Cobra. We have an Atelier Lusso Andromeda Wyvern's Serpent. We have an Estabrook SD Oversize. We have a Pelican M805 Ocean Swirl. We have the Asvine V169. And I'm just going to look up the exact terminology that they're using for this. I think it's transparent blue. It is. They don't mention the silver trim or the chrome trim. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Memento Zero. We have another Leonardo Officina Italiana Memento Zero, but this is the Grande. We have a Gravitas Pens, and this is the Skittles. We have a Black Robin Pens Iego, and we have a Scribo Feel in the Verde Prato. So I think with that, let's go and do a writing sample. So this is the Asvine, and it is the V169, and it's the transparent blue in silver trim. Now it does have a medium steel nib. It's an Asvine nib, not a Bock, not a Jovo nib. Now the ink in here today is Diamine, And this is China Blue, which I thought would actually be a good match for this pen. Now, in terms of line variation, it's definitely putting down between a fine and a medium Western European nib. Now, if I Western nib, actually, not just European. If I apply a little bit pressure, I'm definitely getting more of a medium line, and you can see there on those figure of eights. And if you can also see on the vertical lines, there's no hard starts or skips. So this nib is actually pretty well tuned. Now, in terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. We'll do another one here. So this is actually quite a wet writing nib. It's not a fire hose nib, but it's still a very wet writing nib, so it's not a dry writing nib. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? I like demonstrators. I like overlays. I like the Visconti watermark that I have in my collection, and I would like more. But the cost is a lot, at over £1,000 per Visconti watermark. I like the price on these. These are around £45, euros, dollars. So these are actually really good. Yes, they do have a steel nib on them. Not a 23 karat palladium, not an 18 karat gold nib. But for the price point, I would say these are pretty good. These are a steel pen, steel overlay with a chrome finish on this one. Some of them have gold plating finishes. It is a power vac. You can eyedropper it as well. I have to say, I'm actually becoming quite impressed by these Asvine V169 pens. The price of the pen is insane for what you're getting in terms of quality. So if you want a cheaper version of a Visconti watermark, then do check this out. So that's my review of the Asvine V169 transparent blue pen with silver or chrome trim in a medium steel nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.